So while the last week for some of us would have been productive in these self quarantine times, as the days are passing by, not only our productivity but also our energy levels and our excitement and happiness to work from home might be going down. And one reason for that is that we are not as entertained, or we're not used to being entertained while working from home. My name is Shreya, and welcome to Shreya TV. Here I talk about everyday psychology that you can use in your work and life in general. And this phase where we're all quarantined has not been as tough and difficult for me as it has been for, let's say, my spouse, who's not used to staying at home for 24 hours. And not that I always stay at home, but only when I have to go for trainings. That's when I move out. Otherwise, primarily I work from home. That there are certain habits that I have been practicing already that are in a way helping me during these tough times when I'm forced to stay at home. The first habit that I have is that I like to wake up early. I'm an early riser. Earlier, I would wake up at 6:30, which was already not as early because I have a little baby. But now I am waking up earlier than my usual time. So I'm trying to wake up at around 5:30, 5:45 these days. We know waking up early is so important for us because we get so much more time in hand and we can find ourselves more productive and efficient, of course. But the reason why waking up early can also be really exciting and interesting is because you get to experience that side of your house which you usually don't get to see through the day. There's a certain sense of calmness and serenity in the house when you wake up earlier than everybody else, and then you get to experience so much of your me time, that unstinted me time that you don't really get to spend when you wake up with your family, because there are so many chores that everybody has to do together. You're already in the drill when you wake up with everyone else. So if you can find that in-house peace and serenity, why not go for that? The second thing that I have been practicing already is home workouts. I got introduced to them about 7 years back, and then eventually I chose not to practice them and I chose outdoor activities because I wanted some change. And naturally, there is so much movement and excitement when you work outdoors. But then about 2.5 years back, when I got pregnant with my first child, I got back to home workouts because I didn't want to really spend too much time on the roads and travel, and I wanted to make my workouts productive with whatever time I have had in hand. There are so many productive home workouts available right now globally. There are tons of personal trainers who are giving out interesting full body workouts to specific body workouts. And in fact, in the description box you will find links to some of the trainers who I have followed, and their workouts have really helped me tone down whenever I wanted to desperately lose some extra fat. And of course, also they're really really convenient. You can do them whenever you want to in the house. You can do them anytime you want to. When you get really exhausted and tired, you can just pause and get back to them. So many reasons of continuing the home workouts. And during these uncertain times where we are forced to stay at home, my workout regimen has not gotten hampered whatsoever. The third thing that I've been practicing is doing online courses and getting online certifications. I realized that, especially in profession like mine, where I coach and train people, it's always a better idea to keep myself informed with newer concepts. And even if I want to talk about the same concept, there is always a better way of teaching it. Huge advantage of online courses is that, again, you can choose to do them at your own pace. While some of them, yes, you can choose to do them at your own pace, and you eventually get certifications for some of them also. A profession like mine, because I'm a trainer, the online courses have tremendously helped me, not only to learn new concepts, but also I have, just by watching the tutors and the trainers, I have learned so many ways of making my training styles better. So again, in the description box I have shared the links of some of the online platforms where I have learned so much, not only about my work, let's say the training work and the coaching work I do, but also to learn any new skill, let's say photography, or if you learn vlogging. I did a fantastic course from Creative Live on how to vlog and make it look interesting. The fourth thing that I've been doing is ensuring that I find a new relationship with newer corners of my house. Now, this one doesn't really sustain longer because how many places in the house can you really find? But for those of you who are not used to working from home all the time, it's a good idea to try a new activity, no matter how small it is, in a new corner of the house, a corner which you haven't explored. So, while I have been reading about the multiple benefits of meditation all these years, I never really practiced it for whatever reasons. But now during these quarantine times, I have found a new space in my house where I'm sitting and just doing some dhyan, and also I'm doing some yoga and pranayam, which is helping me. And also I just feel more connected to my house and ensure that you try to find more open spaces in the house where you can spend some time, because it just gives you a fresh breather. The fifth practice is that I've always rejoiced simple delights, and they have been a huge pump up for me for a very long time. So things like making that perfect glass of coffee for myself. I just go and make my coffee. It increases my positive hormones, and the important thing to notice here is to not only drink that coffee or to read your favorite book for the sake of it, but give yourself some time to do that. Indulge in that. Even if you can find about 10-15 minutes to do it, it's going to really help you, because the idea of having simple delights is to experience them and experience the changes those delights are bringing into your life. So, and there is a bonus productivity tip that has helped me, so I really wanted to share that with you. And that is, I always ensure that before I get to work in my home office, I always get ready. And I personally know so many people who choose to take a bath much later in the day, when or get dressed much later in the day when they're working from home. And I have seen the difference in getting ready and dressed to work versus not doing that. And then I experience a high body image when I do that. Well, for some of us, body image and self image is really huge, and it is for me as well. So these small things help me have a positive body image, and I don't have to wear the best of the clothes all the time, but I want to look good before I step into my office and get to work. So if you're already practicing some of these tips, that's great. But if you want to try some of them, please do, and let me know in the comment box which ones did you try and what difference are they making in your self quarantine homework time. And if there is any suggestion that you have, please share that as well. All of us want to learn. And do not forget to check the description box, in which I have shared links of all the things that I've been doing here. If you like the video, please like it and share it, and subscribe to Shreya TV, because there is so much more everyday psychology coming your way. Thank you for watching, and take care.